Oh man, I'm going to have to talk this one out. I think it's showing like parenting and fears and projections and it was showing it's like good intentions, but okay, I'm just going to start talking because I'm still trying to understand what they're showing me. Like they showed me somebody who was madly in love, had children, and then got their heart smashed and broken, and then tried to protect the children from ever experiencing that so that they could never fall in love, because their experience of love is hell, like getting your heart smashed. It's terrible. You can't make it through. You can't get to the other side. It's too awful. So better that you never even experience it. I don't want you to ever experience that hell, right? Because they couldn't get through it. So then they deny you the experience. And then when you can get through it, that's also mortifying. Like, wait a minute, how come you could get through it and I couldn't get through it? Right? Like there was so much entangled in this one. And then pitting against one another, like the one couldn't tell the other one truth. They had to keep a lie and keep a secret because the one was too young. And the older one wasn't that much older, but had to hold on and harbor a lie, a secret. Like that's too much. That's too much for a child to have to bear. And then ultimately it comes out in anger and resentment and jealousy of the younger one. But that's not even that one's fault, right? Because it's like they were pitted against each other from the jump and placed in a horror story of misery. And again, fucked up as it is, with the intention to protect. But it was causing more damage than anything else out there, right? Because if you're living in the illusion of fear, then you're the one who's ill and sick in the head because you can't pop the bubbles of fear. So you shake in the wake of all that. And then you project that onto everybody else. Come here, let me save you because it's scary. No, you're fucking scared. You're fucking scared, not me. Don't put that shit on me. Pop, see, I can see it's an illusion. Just because you can't do that doesn't mean I can't do that. Just because you can't control your mind doesn't mean I can't control my mind. So it's like anytime anybody is trying to fear you, it's like, or claim to protect you. That's even better. From what? From what? Do you see? It's like people are focusing on the thing they don't want and growing it into a mighty big monster. And then it becomes their reality because their ego wants to prove them right. The ego wants to create and manifest the fear that they're so scared of, because if they don't manifest that big, scary, horrific thing, then it proves that they're a weakling and they don't know how to manifest happiness. Peace, calm, bliss. So it shows their weakery because they haven't given themselves new experiences to train their brain in the correct way. So they keep training their brain in the very thing that they don't want, and then they prove that they're getting the very thing they don't want by calling in the very thing they don't want to also soothe their ego and prove that it's right. It's best that we stay here. It's best we stay small. It's best we stay safe. This is the only way to stay safe. And they get stuck in that loop, in that fear of proving themselves right and comforting themselves because they're right, but they're comfortable in the uncomfortableness of living in that fear and that cortisol racing through their body because it's all they know. But then they have to prove that there isn't better by creating the worst and manifesting the worst to justify their weakery. You got to bust through that shit. Not saying it's easy. It's not. And a lot of us are put into scenarios and situations that are the most challenging for us. It is like somebody reads your nervous system and it's like, okay, let's see, what is the most challenging thing for you to get through? What is it? Wasn't there a movie or TV show like Fear Factor or Face Your Fears or something like this, where it's kind of like that. It's like whatever your thing is, it's your horrific, right? Which could be to somebody else a joke, but it's irrelevant. That's why, like, don't compare and compete, right? Like, you say that's ridiculous. Well, when your horrific thing comes around, everybody else is going to tell you how ridiculous you are, but you're scared out of your mind, right? So it's like, it is almost like that. It's like we're put in scenarios and situations like the Truman Show, like whatever, like it's like orchestrated, that it's like, this is your hell. Can you bust through your hell? Can you tell yourself truth? Can you see the truth? Can you move towards the light? Or are you so focused on the lie, the illusion, the fear that you stay stuck and stagnant? Are you able to run into those fears and pop them or not? Does it feel better? Does it truly feel better staying stuck in that fear? You have to recognize that you are not your ego. You're not all those voices you hear in your head. You're just observing them. But if you can't distinguish between the two, they're forever running you and controlling you. So it was interesting and sad, because it's like you see that happening all over the place, right? Whatever the parents were, that's why it's like generational curses and this kind of thing. It's whatever the parents' worst fears are, or their experience with life is, or their experience with love is what they will then project onto their children. But it can be a lie, right? Like it's a wrong hinge. It's like they're misunderstanding what occurred, right? So some people have the theory of better have loved and lost than never have loved at all, right? Or lived and lost rather than never lived at all, or whatever your saying is, whatever your shtick is. And others are like, no, I disagree. I'd rather never have experienced that. They'd never wish they went through that, right? They believe they were happy before. But they're forgetting the sweet spot in between. They're forgetting when that love was such bliss and everything was so magical, you know? And it's like, isn't it worth giving it another shot, giving it another round, giving whatever? So whatever the case is they have given up on it, or shut it down, or closed it out, or whatever. But then they believe what they believe is true. They believe their experience is the truth of the matter, right? Versus just one piece of the puzzle or one experience. And so because they believe that their perception is so true and so strong, they then take that hinge and project it onto their children to, quote, protect them. Good, better, and different, right? It's like that's truly what they believe. So they truly think with good intentions they're, doing the best for their kids. But we just don't know what's best for our children. We really don't. Right? Because they came down with their own set of instructions and their own set of rules and their own set of experiences and their own set of remembrance, of which they have to clear up and clarify on their own. So most of the time we end up just being a muddled mess for them if we aren't clear within ourselves and able to offer them unconditional love, no matter what. Allowing them to live and experience as they choose, and setting the example by showing them what we choose so that they can decide, oh, I like that, I'll follow that, or that's horrific, I don't want anything to do with that, right? But that's about as good as we can offer is standing in our own truth, getting clear so we can see clearly and we can choose clearly and we can love ourselves fully and completely and offer them that same unconditional love. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.